Welcome. Glad you could join me for this in-depth look at the book Stone Angel, dealing with the issue of pride. What a wonderful issue. Specifically in the protagonist called Hagar. Now, we're going to display 3 scenes to you in which Hagar displays this pride. We will also examine the pride in Hagar's life and how it is an issue. So, the first scene is when her husband Bram Shipley dies. Next is the second scene is when John dies. And the third scene is when Hagar is in the hospital bed, slowly dying. So let's take a look at the first scene. First and second, that's the way of life. The first, and the second, and then the third. Okay. And then we will go back and take you into an in-depth look into the bowels of Stone Angel. Let's go. Take a look.
Would you like some tea?
No thanks, Mother.
How about something to eat? I have some bologna.
No, I'm good, Mother. Thank you. I'm going to go off to bed. I'm very tired.
Let yourself. It's the best thing.
Get your hands off me! I got to go weed my garden.
And that was scene 1 and 2. As per order, you see, that's the way the world works. Now, just as Hagar had done with the death of both her brothers and her father, Hagar remained stone-faced at the death of Bram. Now, perhaps she was just not in love with him anymore. Or perhaps she was too proud. I think it was the proud thing. Now, when Bram Shipley passed away, and I quote on page 184, it says that it was John who cried and not I, as we showed in the play as John was walking up the stairs, bawling his eyes out. So, we have to see here that pride, she was too proud to stand in front of others and cry. So pride was definitely an issue there. And then the second scene, after John dies, Hagar once again does not cry. You see, she feels she must not only bear the pain, but she cannot allow herself to receive comfort from others, like the matron who she violently pushed away. She remembers that the matron saying to her, you know, quote, cry, let yourself, it's the best thing, which is technically true. And in response, she stands up straight, shrugs her off, and says to herself, I would never cry in front of others, no matter how much it costs me. And this obviously is pride. She's putting up a wall, that pride's putting up a wall of like separation, because she does not want to let others see her pain and see her weakness. She does not want to have them come in. Pride also, they don't want to. She does want to admit herself as vulnerable. She puts up a wall to keep everyone around her out, even including her own conscience. And so when she got home, she found that she was not able to even cry alone by herself, thus making her emotionless, if you were to say so. And the quote here from 243, the night my son died, son being John, I was transformed to a stone and never wept at all. So let's go to scene number 3. This scene is Hagar dying. What a wonderful idea. And her pride keeps her from calling on spiritual help like God. So, let's take a look.
Our Father. No, I'll have no part in that. All I can think is, bless me or not, do as you please, for I will not beg.
So that was scene 3, as we seen Hagar's painful death. Very emotional scene there. Now, throughout her life, and unto the end, Hagar always exhibited pride. She was too proud to ask for God's help. And she thinks, this is a quote from 307, "Our Father, no, I want no part in that. All I can think is, bless me or not, Lord, just as you please, for I will not beg." So she believes, but she's too prideful to say, "God, help me." And so it's very evident there. So pride kept her from asking a supernatural being, which could have saved her in this fictional story, could have saved her and changed her or somehow brought good into her life, but she was too prideful to ask, and so therefore she didn't receive. And so, thus in the end, Hagar lived and died proud. However, she started to humble near the end of the novel, where she starts talking about her pain to the doctor and how she's hurting. But also, she still exhibits pride. The last paragraph, even, where the nurse is going to give her water, but she says, you know, for Pete's sake, I'm going to do it myself, and then it goes on, and then dot dot dot, you know. But pride is an issue in this novel, and is mainly exemplified by Hagar. In the end, Hagar lived and died, proud as ever. Even when her son, brothers, and father died, she still turned to stone and upholded her pride. Pride put up the wall of separation between her and the outside world, and her and her conscience. Pride also stopped her from entering into the grieving process normally. So, for that, she went, it emotionally killed her. Instead of emotionally expressing herself, she emotionally killed herself. And so Hagar brought to surface this issue of pride in the novel. Pride is a major issue in this novel, and is mainly displayed through Hagar, as I said, numerous times. So, that is the in-depth look at pride in The Stone Angel by Margaret Laurence. Yes, so thank you for joining me. See you next time when we read The Kite Runner. Have a great night.